And now for a not Arcanist build video guide thing. This is a Commando. A Commando is a soldier plus Demolitionist. And this guy is actually my first character I played way back before the Arcanist, I think, was even announced. It was like build 19 or 20 when I started playing, probably 19. And I started playing as a soldier Demolitionist, mostly using just Fire Strike with Explosive Strike as my main attack, and then using a lot of passives from the soldier tree to just bolster that. Specifically, Field Command plus Squad Tactics, because of the attack speed. It's just a huge attack speed and total damage buff. And that's pretty much the reason that I'm in the soldier tree right now. I'm not using anything else really. I do have 1 point in Zolhan's Technique, which gets raised by items, but otherwise it's just to get to Squad Tactics, and have a few points in like military conditioning, and I think I have 2 points in veterancy. But otherwise, this is just to get your little aura thing going. Now, Demolitionist, it has changed from just strictly using Fire Strike, though Fire Strike still is the main thing leveled up in the build. I put 1 point in Blast Shield just to have the Blast Shield, 1 point in Flame Touched to have Flame Touched, and I think there is just 1 point in Vindictive Flame, and items build up the rest. But originally I did just have it come to here to pick those up as 1 point wonders. But because of an item that I'll show in a second, I decided to go to Grenadier with High Impact, and Grenadier, and then Canister Bomb with the Concussive Bomb, because this stun is way too reliable and good, and these two bombs together give some great AoE potential to what is an otherwise single target build. So it's got a nice mix. The Fire Strike for single targets, and the bombs for AoEs. The item I mentioned is the Grenadier Shoulder Guard, which gives +3 to Grenado and +1 to Canister Bomb, and also 5% chance when hit, it releases a Canister Bomb. Pretty nice. With this guy, I'm using the Oathbreaker set because he's got quite a bit of fire damage going on. So having Oathbreaker is a really nice fire-related weapon, obviously. The rest of his gear is pretty much a standard array of things. I think this is one of the most notable things is War Master's Pride, because of +1 to all soldier skills and +1 to all demolitionist skills. Also, he has Seal of Blazing Inferno for +2 to Vindictive Flame. He has Quick Draw Gloves. I don't really like those as his gloves, but I don't have anything else right now for him to use. And that's also another thing, is a lot of these epics in these places are just what I had lying around to use for someone with high physique. And I did put a big focus on physique in his points. Physique and cunning for his points. I maybe put a couple in spirit, just to have a slightly greater regen, but not a lot. And then I do like Dreadnought's foot pads. He doesn't have Blitz or Blindside, so like those are just boots for him to have. And he has like this, the Mask of Delirium and Frizzix utility pack, just because I had those lying around, and I'm still using Calamity for him because its burst attack is a really just solid addition of damage, instead of using Inferno or the Soldier Relic. I don't remember what it is. Stalwart? Fortress? Yeah, whatever. So we're gonna go out into the field. I'm just gonna run around and do random things again with him, and hopefully we'll get some heroes. So we launch in with a Canister Bomb, which didn't go off. Hang on, I'm getting some lag. So he's really tough, and we Canister Bomb. So there's finally a Canister Bomb registers. So you'll notice, like, he can take a licking and it doesn't phase him as much. He also attacks pretty fast, given that he's got that nice Oathbreaker thing going on. Now you'll notice that the two explosions, that which I completely whiffed, that's the Grenado, and then the canister bomb is the... I hit a wall. There was a wall there. That tree, I thought was... Map! So, there's a Grenado, and the Grenado, it's really strong. Like, the canister bomb, pretty strong. But the Grenado's really strong, and it's sort of his, like, main bomb. Like, those two rotting soldiers, they just didn't know what hit them. Burning dead, gone. And this guy's pretty strong, even with, like, crappy gear. Or unoptimized gear, I should say. Because he can pretty much either just blast things away with his hand cannon, or use his Grenado. Now, the Grenado is a small AoE, so it's like you'll often get just one hit. Sometimes that's all you need, but really it's... You can sometimes get large mobs with it, but you're mostly going to be getting small mobs with it. Your canister bomb is in there for the big mobs. And as you can see, I'm taking a hit from this guy, but we hit him with that. And he's gone. Dominator, gone. These jerks, gone. Ooh, let's pick that up. And I think the only thing I don't like about this... Come on, which one's the destructible one? Okay, it was up there. The only thing I don't like about this build is he's got very little energy regen. So you may notice that even with just fire strikes, his energy is going to disappear very quickly. But the advantage is it's not a super energy reliant build to begin with. So having things at low energy is pretty much the norm for him. And really, it's only when you get, like, extremely large mobs does it ever become an issue. And then it's like, just take a potion, and you're fine. One thing... Oh, there's still an Aether guy there. One thing to keep in mind with this guy is the two bombs do have a slight delay on their explosions. Which is actually kind of a blessing and a curse, because it means that if you time it right, you can actually get a whole... like giant group of mobs, even if your aim is bad. You could throw it out, and then the guys will come to you, and they'll just run into the bomb. Now he also does have Overguard, because when you got something like this, or a boss, it's always helpful to have a good defensive ability, and that for him is Overguard, since he's using the shield. Also, being a gunner, he can run. He can run and still do DPS. So, there is that. Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to go fight the Derp Queen. I actually want to... Okay, it's... Dermapterin. Dermapterin? It's just too... Like, Derp is practically right there. So, it's just too easy to make fun of the name. Now, he does have Madness. I mean, I don't use it that often, but he does have it, thanks to his Mask of Delirium. I do really want to get a different helmet on him. If I could get the Eyes of Flame from the... the Eyes of Flame from... What is that, the Brimstone set, or the... Whatever it is that has the Brimstone Repeater, the Demolitionist set. It's like Brimstone Shoulder Guard, Brimstone Repeater, Eyes of Flame.
That skill's not ready.
Fireworks! Okay, you guys can stop with that. So that was actually his his you got to see the canister bombs that proc off his shoulders right there.
That skill's not ready.
Now, it does take a while to take out bosses, because it's still only a single target thing, and it's not like the Aether Ray, where it's just, you point the beam at anything and it just dies. I mean, then again, my Aether Ray guy is supremely well geared compared to this guy. I mean, we're on veteran, he's doing fine, in my opinion. He's just a little energy hungry because he's built like a whoops. Threw the bomb into the wall. He's built like a soldier more than a caster. He does sort of sit in that realm between the two. And if you like explosions, then this build is definitely a build for you, because man does it explode lots. Item skills he has, he does have Fire Strike 2. I whiffed it totally, but I never use it, honestly. Just want to see how it hits. Yeah, it doesn't hit that bad, but it doesn't hit that good. Well, actually, it barely dealt any damage at all. So really, I should possibly consider putting, or Fire Blast too, putting Fire Strike there and putting my normal attack there, just because of energy issues, in case there are energy issues. I don't like this. It's like this is the first time I'm actually kind of scared about what's going on. Who'd have thought madness wouldn't work on this guy? Oh, just barely before my energy ran out. Ring of Eternal Rot. Huh. You know, I think I actually wanted that for my my acid poison guy. Oh, he has Fire Blast 2 from that, but that's more for the component to give him more damage. Piercing Aura is Piercing Aura 2, excuse me, is actually a nice addition for him, because the damage types I wanted to go for with him are Pierce, Physical, and Fire. And yeah, it's all really low because, like I mentioned, his gear isn't optimized, but like he needs like Mark of Illusionist on both his rings, in my opinion, to get the fire damage built up. And you know, he's got like Black Talos, and it's just like, yeah, not great, but he gets by. And I think that's everything else. Yeah, everything else he has that's passive is straight from his trees. So Piercing Aura is pretty much his only passive. If I were to make this, you could easily make this guy a melee build as well, because Flame Touch does support a melee weapon.
That skill's not ready.
So if you want, you can go with a melee build for this, and in that case, you would get the Flame Aura. See if we got anything good. We didn't. Numbers, explosions, Commando. Run back here. For cooldowns, his cooldowns are actually really quick. Come on, just give me the food. I want the food ration. You may notice it, like, I've noticed a lot of times when I'm playing a melee character, their constitution just plummets. I would assume that's normal because you're just taking a lot of hits and stuff. Don't lock up on me now, Grim Dawn. So for cooldowns, the Grenado is definitely the fast cooldown. and the canister bomb's a slow cooldown. But really, they're both fast cooldowns, ultimately. Ugh. He has no poison resistance either, so it's like just standing anywhere near that cloud is a pain. Oh, he's out of energy. Damn it. Ah, come on. It's his poison clouds. Poison clouds and lost energy. And okay, she's done. Phase 1 is done. Should make things a little more manageable now. There's not a constant crowd coming in. I'll pop that, that. You see, the thing is, you can actually run away, run away from her, and keep her at a distance. You know, I really don't know what her shake the, you know, the rock the Casbah thing she does. That, like, I did that hit me there? I can't tell. Yeah, she's done. I mean, that wasn't the cleanest or the fastest. Oh, look. Templar's leg armor. That wasn't by far the cleanest or fastest run through I've ever done of her. I mean, like, my Aether guy just practically one-shots her with the beam. But, yeah, that's a Commando, more or less. Like I said, his gearing could be better, but I'd highly recommend Oathbreaker and its shield if you're going the gun route. You could also very much do 2 guns, and that's the other thing I wanted to mention. Because I mostly just stand there and let the hits come in, that's another reason I wanted the shield. But also, if you want to be more DPS-y, you can go with 2 guns. And for that, you might also want to consider the Marauder set, because the Marauder set is 2 guns, a belt, and I don't remember what the last pieces of the Marauder set are, but the Marauder set is based around using 2 guns, more or less. And you can get the Gunslinger jacket, and there's a which will let you equip the 2 guns, or there is a Gunslinger's talisman that'll let you equip 2 guns, and that way you'll get that set together. And that's actually not a bad set to use. For me, it's a little on the lower level end, and when you have Oathbreaker, it's just such a nicer weapon. It also attacks super fast, which is really nice. So anyways, that's a Commando. A real quick look at one. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys in the next Grim Dawn video, which will probably just be... I want to say it's going to be a Spellbreaker... Possibly a Witchblade. We'll see. I have a Spellbreaker at like 37, and I think he's going to come up next. So, thanks for watching again, and I'll see you guys next time.